Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Nottingham Forest save here on FIFA 22. It's not exactly how we planned on this episode beginning when we started recording the last one. But as you may well know, if you saw yesterday's episode, there was a rather sizable twist at the end. We had a bid come in for Gonçalo Ramos, a bid that we have managed to negotiate to £135 million. So, provided he agrees a contract at Bayern Munich, Gonçalo Ramos is on his way out. Meaning, we need a new striker. Or do we? Because Martin Terrier is 6 foot tall, is quick, has 90 finishing, and is pretty decent. So I am either going to buy a striker, or I'm going to move Terrier to striker and buy a winger. And I'm already planning on buying a winger, so 2 wingers. It's a weird one at the minute. It's an indifferent one to try and figure out what to do with it. At present, we don't have the money in, so we can't buy anyone yet. Let's not talk about the form, shall we? Good. We are trying some new tactics today. New tactics on the 4-2-3-1, and Sparring DK offered up a suggestion for an alternate formation with some tactics as well. In fact, Sparring DK gave me the tactics for this one as well, so shout out to Sparring. Thank you very much for that, mate. We shall see if they work or not. Let me also give a shout out to Anthony for joining the Patreon. Thank you very much indeed, my man. I appreciate it. Welcome to the gang. We are 6 points from safety. Yeah, we were in the top 4 last season. Now we're in the bottom 2. In fact, we're joint bottom. We're only not bottom on goal difference. So, we'll wait for scout report. Well, in fact, I can't wait for scout reports because there's not enough time left. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I'm wanting to sign for free if I've got enough money left at the end. I'm contemplating signing a midfielder too. Tyler Adams could be that guy, but obviously Ainsley Maitland-Niles could probably play at centre mid as well, so I'm holding off for the time being. Nicola Pepe is an option for a wide man, as he's certainly able to be purchased for less than his current valuation, which is good news. Harry Wilson, not sure about. Yeremy Pino, really decent, slightly pricey. Chukwueze, unfortunately, just moved to Bayern. Sorry, Borussia Dortmund, so I can't sign him. And Wepu for centre mid, I was perhaps interested in having a look at. Just signed for Marseille, can't sign him. Elmas, just signed for Leverkusen, can't sign him. Trossard, he's not just signed for Betis, but I can't commit to Leandro Trossard not knowing what his current stats are. Cody Gakpo just moved to Leipzig. Can't sign him. Brennan Johnson is Arsenal's top goal scorer in all competitions with 11, which is remarkable. Houssem Aouar is still on my shortlist, not because he's at Inter Milan and I think I can justify that signing, but because Nottingham Forest might be signing him in real life. So when we get to the level of being able to justify signing someone from Inter Milan in their first team, then Houssem Aouar will come to the club, provided Forest sign him in real life. Holojek is a player that we could certainly look at later down the line as well, but for now I'm holding off. Cole Palmer, we know, grows well, but that's probably Season 5, Season 6 levels, and I'm not sure he's there yet. Sharda Ketelara, 84 rated at Wolves. Ordinarily, I'd have said, could be one we could do, but Wolves are 6th and pushing Europe. I can't really, can I? I could potentially, but I'd have to give him a lot of wages. Karim Adeyemi's not getting much football at Dortmund. Maybe they'd be interested in a loan? No? Okay. Tammy Abraham, I would have snapped up from Sporting if he hadn't just moved there. So, no Tammy. Raspadori just moved to Real Sociedad. Not an option. Now then. Brill Donald Imbolo, I don't know much about. I've never really clicked with him when I've previously used him. I think I signed him at Wolfsburg on FIFA 16 when he was still a teenager and bursting onto the scene. And I didn't really click with him then, I don't think, either. Broyek comes highly recommended from you guys in the comment section and from chat as well, and he's only 82 rated, so certainly a doable fee. Sheshko, spectacular on Football Manager. That hasn't yet translated to FIFA. His potential is not there, unfortunately. Mukoko, not getting any first-team football at Dortmund, but again, I don't know if he's grown enough. The fact that he's got a release clause of 22.1 million tells me that no, he hasn't. Jonathan David is an intriguing one. High-rated, but he's still at Southampton. He's got 11 goals this season. He's like 6th top goal scorer in the league. Southampton are bottom half. Now that I genuinely could do and justify, but it would be expensive. It would basically almost be a like-for-like replacement from Gonzalo Ramos, because Jonathan David isn't massive, but he has excellent jumping and is good in the pass and good on the ball. At present, Jonathan David is my priority at striker if we don't decide to move Martin Terrier. Luka Jovic is not getting any football at Arsenal. Maybe. Evan Nielsen has just moved to Marseille. That's a no. Now, Joao Pedro is at Bayern currently. However, Bayern are signing Gonzalo Ramos off me, and they also have En-Nesyri. So, they have 2 starting strikers ahead of Joao Pedro. However, he hasn't, I don't believe, grown massively yet. And as such, I can't justify it without seeing a scout report. Maybe in a later season. Anthony Martial still getting first-team football at Manchester United. Can't justify that. Ollie Watkins is an intriguing one, Osasuna, but only has default potential of 81. So I don't know if that's actually really good enough. Also looking at Callum Hudson-Odoi as a winger. Jota, I don't think he's going to be good enough either, but I've got a scout report out looking at him. So at present, it's either move Terrier to striker and sign probably Callum Hudson-Odoi and Nicola Pepe, or it's keep Martin Terrier on the left, sign Jonathan David, and then get Callum Hudson-Odoi for the right-hand side of my front 3. And I think I'm leaning towards that, because I will average a higher rating of player if I leave Terrier on the left. So I believe that is my plan. Regardless of what we do, I'm not sure whether we'd have enough to do anything outside of Jonathan David and Callum Hudson-Odoi, because obviously they're going to be sizable transfer fees and presumably sizable wages too. It's taking a while to load the next day, but it's not because the move has gone through yet. Morale is through the floor, understandably, given the situation we are in. Mönchengladbach have offered me Hannes Wolf plus £3 million. Guess who's rejecting that bid? So, as we reach deadline day, I kind of need that Gonzalo Ramos deal to go through sharpish, because if it doesn't, I haven't got any money. But you can't quite see because it's hidden behind my face cam, but Gonzalo Ramos has gone. He is off. 125.5 added to my transfer budget. Lovely. Jota, 79 rated. Actually, in most statistical areas, doesn't look that bad. But he's certainly not yet of the caliber that we'd really be looking for. Botos is a player that we're just looking at free, and he's not that good at all. And Robocho is another player that we were looking at on a free, and turns out he's not that good at all. And he signed for someone else anyway. So, current plan then. Go and get Jonathan David from Southampton, and hopefully he can save our season. Go and get Callum Hudson-Odoi from Chelsea, and hopefully he can be the creative difference. I think the main difference between this team this year and last year is quite simply not having Brennan Johnson. I genuinely didn't think that the loss of that player would have such a drastic impact on our creativity and our goal scoring, but it genuinely has. Jonathan David, come to Nottingham Forest, please. You're playing in one team for red and white. Now come and play in another team for red and white, please. I'll offer them valuation, and they will probably want upwards of 70, I would imagine. But if I can get him for under 65, we'd be very happy indeed. So I'm going to try and build my way up towards that slowly. They're very adamant at the minute that they want 76. Will you accept 62 and a half? Will you come down and negotiate to 73.1? It does look like we're probably going to have to pay upwards of 70 million for Jonathan David, but as one of the Premier League's at present go-to strikers, you can kind of understand why that might be. But if he's not garnering any other interest at Southampton, nobody else has been intrigued in putting a bid in, then I certainly am. £80,000 a week is what he's currently on. We shall try and negotiate that. He's seemingly one of those players that just does a job but goes under the radar. It's like a Jamie Vardy. Vardy just scored a shit ton of goals in the Premier League, but nobody ever really wanted to buy him from Leicester. And it seems Jonathan David is about that sort of player, albeit slightly higher rated at present, although it's not that Jamie Vardy wasn't super low rated when he was at his peak with regards to his FIFA rating. I certainly remember like an 86 rated Jamie Vardy at some point. He just wants what he's already on. You can have that, Jonathan. Welcome in. We have a new striker. Now then, let's go and get a new winger, shall we? Callum Hudson-Odoi. I should have enough to get this done, but it's not going to be that straightforward. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough wage-wise to bring in Maitland-Niles as well as things stand. I will offer them, again, about valuation and see where they are. They might just accept that. They don't, but certainly that's more agreeable a start. 10% selling clause is fine. 51.3, they've come down massively there already. Obviously, he's not starting at Chelsea, so hopefully we can entice them into letting him come to us. 50.4, that I will do. £50 million for an 83 rated Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's on £115,000 a week, which is punchy. But it's not like Jesse Lingard isn't on anything of that sort of nature at Nottingham Forest already in Season 1 IRL. So in Season 3, certainly we can justify this and be willing to accept a wage cut. Thank you, Callum. Welcome to the club, friend. You're in, pal. Right, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. What do you want, pal? I just want to bulk up the squad a little bit. And if you don't mind, I'm going to try and get you in as well. Rotation, banging. Thank you, Pale. Thank you, Pale? Thank you, Pale. Thank you, mate. We'll bring you in for 4 years. He's effectively an Alessandro Florenzi replacement, isn't he? Because he can play right wing, right back, or probably centre mid as well. Now, I've no idea whatsoever to offer him a week. What to offer him a week, mainly Maitland-Niles. So I'll offer him 40, and I hope that's even remotely close. Yep, 40 grand. Good. So when Alessandro Florenzi's contract expires at the end of the season, we have a ready-made replacement already here at the club in the form of Ainsley Maitland-Niles now. Lovely. Right, great. Let's get those guys into the fucking team. So, Callum Mwendo out, Jonathan David in there, and Callum Mwendo back onto the bench. Callum Hudson-Odoi will come in there, and Emmanuel Dennis will drop off the bench. Change them to a left wing. And then, obviously, we're now missing Klurseman for 3 months. Richards has still got 2.5 months to go. And Michael Elise's not back for a little while either. But we do now have some significant quality in the starting lineup and the bench. And obviously, when these players come back, it will be even bigger still. So I'm pretty happy with how we've done there at present, although rather obviously there is still work to be done throughout the course of the squad to A, build it up in numbers, and B, build it up with regards to the amount of players that we have. So, time then to finish transfer deadline day, and then, because we've spent so much time cracking on here, we'll probably do Manchester United and Aston Villa, and then Brentford. We'll wait for the next episode. We'll do Brentford, Wolves, Sheffield United, Manchester City, Arsenal, Bournemouth, Tottenham, Burnley, Leeds, and then Everton, Liverpool, Newcastle. There you go. Simple. 3 games per episode after today. But with all the transfer business, we'll make it just 2 games today to ensure that the video isn't a bajillion minutes long. Right, 10 hours to go. Is anything else going to happen? Hoffenheim have bid £19.8 million for Yates, which I will reject. He's at 80 rated, actually going to be pretty handy squad player now that he's phased out of the starting lineup. The biggest deals so far in this window, obviously Ramos and Carlos Soler from Valencia to Aston Villa for £99 million. That's relegation positioned Aston Villa spending £99 million on Carlos Soler. And then Upamecano from Bayern Munich to Napoli for £90.4 million. So there are some sizable fees being thrown about this window, either going into or out of Bayern Munich, seemingly. 3 hours to go, and it's been actually a relatively quiet 3 hours, actually. Anything doing in the final hour, it doesn't seem so, but we have tipped past £1 billion. So, let's have one last quick check. Yep, no bigger deals there. So, the biggest deals, or what's happened so far this window in this January transfer window. David Brooks has left Bournemouth. Mbemba and Danjuma in at Arsenal. Danjuma would be a good signing for them. Aston Villa has signed Vasquez, Arboleda and Soler. But Arboleda and Vasquez are either frees or part of player deals, because Soler was 99 mil. They've sold Scamacca, by the way. He's gone to Real Sociedad. Irobunam Bailey, Leon Bailey's left. Wow, and Davis as well. Keenan Davis, presumably. So Leon Bailey out from Aston Villa, selling one of their marquee players in the window, which is what we've done as well, isn't it? Per Schurz in to replace Christophe Royer at Brentford. Brighton have signed Sanchez and Williams, and Provod has left the club. Palmer, Brown and Haints in at Burnley. Loans or free agents, or pre-contracts even. Eder Militao in at Chelsea, with Savic, Correa and Hudson-Odoi coming to me. Surprised that they've sold Correa. Militao coming in as a Savic replacement, evidently. In fact, we played against Eder Militao in the last couple of episodes, I believe. Tezzy and Shimalera in at Everton, with Ellis Sims going out. Leeds not spending a penny, despite bringing in 3 players. James, Bate and Llorente going out. Leicester, Getrauda and Leon Bailey. That's where Leon Bailey's gone, from Aston Villa to Leicester City. Getrauda signed from Manchester United as well, which is an interesting one. Bremer, the centre-back. Mukiele, the centre-back / right-back. And Duomo in at Liverpool. But they've sold Fabinho, and I'd be intrigued to know where he's gone. Minimal business from Manchester City. Minimal business, really, from Manchester United as well. Brandon Williams and Getrauda out, with Kumbedi coming in. Newcastle not spending much, but making a hell of a lot. Cher, Ben Yedder, Trippier and Guimaraes out at Newcastle United. That's intriguing. We've spent 160, but we have made 136, so our net spend is only about £24 million. Sheffield United, a little bit of business. Sander Berger leaves them. Southampton have signed Marcao, Toko Akambi and Vargas, with Livramento and Jonathan David coming to me. Tottenham not doing much. That's presumably Davinson Sanchez going out there. Maybe that's where that's the Sanchez that went to Brighton. Brighton do have a habit of signing some very good squad players. Roberto and Sims in at West Ham. Presumably that's Ellis Sims then that left Everton, and Ferreira out. Wolves, Trippier in from Newcastle, and Araujo. It's not Ronald Araujo for Barcelona, is it, at Wolves, with Kilman going out? Well, if Kilman's going out the centre-back, it might well be Araujo from Barcelona coming to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Let's have a quick look at the top deals in that window then. I'd be very intrigued to see if it is Ronald Araujo from Barcelona. So Soler was the second biggest. There have been a number of big deals this window. There you go. Roma to Sporting. 93.1 is what Sporting had to pay for Tammy Abraham. I think I'd probably, despite the fact that Tammy would have been my favourite, for £40 million less, or £30 million less, I'm kind of glad we got Jonathan David, actually. David could really make a big difference. Virgil van Dijk went to Real Madrid in the summer, and the Serie doing the same. It is Ronald Araujo. Unbelievable. To Wolverhampton Wanderers. What a signing. From Barcelona to Wolves. And that's kind of why I didn't think I could justify getting Charles de Ketelaere out of Wolves, because clearly they have a bit of pulling power in this save. Anything else? Militao to Chelsea we saw. Fabinho went to Inter. That's an intriguing one. Fardiol to Bayern Munich. That went through in January as well. Zakaria to Atalanta. Anything else in January? Jonathan David to me. Who'd have thought it? Guimaraes went to Real Sociedad, who spent quite a bit of money actually in this window, it seems. Koulibaly went to Atalanta outside of the window. Nabil Fekir to Barcelona. Calvert-Lewin went to Porto, another player we could have looked at, but had recently moved. Hudson-Odoi is obviously me. Fabian to Atletico Madrid, leaving Napoli in real life as well, Fabian. I can't recall where to. It's not Atletico Madrid as well, is it? Diogo Dalot to Barcelona, it's an intriguing one. Meyer to Barcelona as well. Ooh, you. Lovro Meyer, 84 rated. Looks pretty decent, to be honest. Looks pretty decent. Cabral to Sevilla, and that's as low as we can go. £45 million was the cheapest deal on that list this season, all told, in both transfer windows. Transfer window closed. Right, then, the task is clear. Survive. Manchester United first. The weather matches the mood at Nottingham Forest right now in this save. Cold, chilly, harsh, not very welcoming. David De Gea in goal for Manchester United. Brandon Williams at right back, so it wasn't him that left Manchester United in the January transfer window, unless it was on a pre-contract and he's leaving in the summer. Akanji, Hermoso, Alphonso Davies, Soucek, Fernandez and Nunez. Anthony Langer on the right, Jadon Sancho on the left, and an 85 rated Cristiano Ronaldo still through the middle for them. Callum Hudson-Odoi, debut. Jonathan David, debut. These new tactics, debut. Probably not the best of opponents. Oh my god, it actually changed the ball for me. Not the best of opponents to be trying these new tactics out with. It is such a dark and gloomy day here at Old Trafford. There's just no light in this game, is there? No light today, but hopefully there is light at the end of the tunnel for us in this save. Desperate to turn this season around. Are Callum Hudson-Odoi and Jonathan David the answer to our prayers? I mean, very nearly immediately. Bruno Fernandes, Souček, Ronaldo. This is good from United. Nunes with space to run into. Quite happy to let him shoot from there. Sancho stands that up. Mateus Nunes with the overhead kick from the edge of the 6-yard box. But Unai Simon is behind it. Nicely done by the Spaniard. Not kept that many clean sheets, but it's not necessarily been his fault the majority of the time, has it? I've been particularly leaky at the back. Nico Williams out wide there to Hudson-Odoi. Willock. I like the run made by the striker, but also have to appreciate the tackle made by the defender as well. Jadon Sancho looks to be played in behind. Can Nico Williams deal with this? Yes and no. He did, but he used an arm in doing so. Ronaldo with options. Out wide here is Anthony Elanga. Only 79 rated, but getting regular first-team football here at Manchester United. Fernandes blocked by Badiashile in the starting lineup now for the injured Lucas Klosterman. Badiashile trying to force his way out of the club, but nobody even bothered bidding for him in January. Badiashile still fighting hard here. Hopefully, given all of this first-team football, we can change his mind. But that didn't really work with Jonathan Panzo, so I don't presume it's going to work with him either. This is proper pressure from United, though, isn't it? The ball just doesn't seem to want to leave the final third. Brandon Williams around the corner to Elanga. He's offside. Now we can get rid of it. Mateus Nunes in there to Cristiano. Ho ho! Travelling. He might be 38 now in this save, Cristiano Ronaldo. There or thereabouts. He might not quite have the pace that he once did, but technically he is still exceptional. And he has scored many a goal like that in his career. And to be fair, a couple of them in this save as well. Callum Hudson-Odoi's first touch is atrocious, but we will put that down to the weather for now. And hopefully it's not something he replicates multiple times later on in his Nottingham Forest career. Trying to get the ball away, but it keeps coming back towards this goal, doesn't it? Now Bruno's looking for some space. Finding Anthony Elanga again. Not yet. Cut me apart, the Manchester United front line. Resorting to shots from distance and cutbacks that aren't really working. Oh, they get lucky, but thankfully for me, at the second attempt, it's gone wide from Mateus Nunes, who I believe in real life has just moved to Wolves. I think it's that Mateus Nunes that's just moved to Wolves, so that's intriguing to see Wolves have pulling power IRL like that, as well as seemingly in this save with some of the players that they've been signing. Speaking of Mateus Nunes, no, that was Thomas Souček. He's just picked himself up a yellow card because that was a terrible tackle. Niakate. Oh, it would have been a nice through ball if it hadn't been picked off. Looks like it's going to be 0-0 at the half, but I tell you what, 0-0 away from home at Old Trafford. If it was in real life, you'd be disappointed. But in this save right now, we'd very gladly take the point to stop the losing rot. Throw for United. Elanga's on it. Only two real options. And he needs to make his mind up. Quick 1-2's worked well, though. Elanga delivered nicely. Can we beat Ronaldo in the air? Badiashile does well. Can Mangala beat Souček in the air? Yes, he can. Or just knock that down with Hudson-Odoi and he'll go again. But Willock's pass is left wanting. Is it going to cost us a goal at the end of the half? Maybe from the corner. Unai Simon with a save. Alphonso Davies' effort was decent. Bruno Fernandes with the corner. It has been mainly Manchester United pressure. But the ball, for the time being, continues to head away from our goal. Ref, you can blow your half-time whistle now, please. Thank you very much. Souček across to Bruno Fernandes. Dinked. Can we get there with Nico Williams? Actually, the answer is yes, but we can't get to the loose ball. Thankfully, they've given it straight to me. And Terrier could be in here if the pass is decent, which it is. Terrier in behind. Manuel Akanji with me. Cross towards the back post. Not quite enough on it. Oh, so very nearly. The chance to win it. In front of the Stretford end at Manchester United. But it wasn't to be. I think that's the Stretford end. I'm not sure, actually. Ronaldo. Elanga will let Bruno run offside, but Ronaldo's on. And now Bruno is the right side of the defensive line. Quick stop, change of direction. This is good from Manchester United. It's dangerous. It's really dangerous. Oh! Great block. Skewed just wide. Could have gone anywhere. Hit Badiashile on the foot, then the arm, and trickled wide. Souček on his yellow card off, and Donny van der Bench comes off it to try and influence the play defensively for United. If this goes in, it's a hell of a training ground move. Not quite as slick as I think they might have well have imagined that going. But it still could be an opportunity here. But no, we've managed to get it away from Donny. We'll get that down the line, looking for Callum Hudson-Odoi. Oh, the passing's just not quite there, is it? Tejas Nunes. Alphonso Davies. Sancho to Cristiano. Jadon Sancho again. Well here, Nico Williams will take that every day. Great block. Oh, Joe Willock will look down the line for Callum Hudson-Odoi again. This time we will find him. He's got space to run into, so run into it we will. Look for Jacob Ramsey. All the way out wide here, looking for Marcos Alonso. Oh, went for Jacob Ramsey. Went towards Jonathan David, which was the riskier pass. And unfortunately, ball given away. 10 minutes to go. We haven't created the chances in this game, but we have been decent in possession at times. Bruno Fernandes into the box. Oh! Goes solo instead of looking for the pass this time. And it wasn't far away. Ronaldo off, Martial on for Manchester United. Short to Jadon Sancho. Delivered, blocked by Hudson-Odoi. With a hand, it's a free kick, not a corner. Bruno with it. Where's it going? 7 minutes to go. Really is a case, genuinely, of next goal wins, if there is to be one. Alphonso Davies trying to be the man to score it. Jadon Sancho's effort comfortable enough for Unai Simon, and they will not score it. Now, if I can quickly get this down the line, Callum Hudson-Odoi is in great space, but not with many options. Options are arriving, though. Here's Joe Willock, and into Jacob Ramsey. Cross to Marcos Alonso. Down the line is Terrier, and he's gone. Terrier's in behind here. Just needs to find the pass. Dinked towards the back post. Hermoso clears. Can we get to that first? I tried to. Couldn't quite do it. Well, we've battled really hard in this game, and we deserve something from it, but we might not get it. Please bounce hard and out of play. Here's Anthony Elanga. How many times have we found disappointment in the latter moments of games this season? Not on this occasion. A brilliantly hard-fought 0-0 draw at Manchester United, and that has, for the time being, stopped the rot. The run of defeats is over, and we have a clean sheet as well. In terrible conditions at Old Trafford. We'll absolutely take it. Only the one shot, so clearly not the best side, but sometimes you don't have to be the best side to get something from it. Callum Hudson-Odoi was alright on his debut, but let's be realistic. He needs more time. Everybody needs more time. There isn't much of it, but it is going to take time for Jonathan David to settle into the squad as well, but hopefully the squad will welcome him in with open arms. This isn't the time to panic, though. We might be 8 games without a win, but we now have a draw. And up next, relegation rivals Aston Villa. We are now, however, bottom because Sheffield United won. My manager rating, by the way, has shit the bed because of the heavy emphasis put on FA Cup football. Obviously, it was 60. Then it was like, oh, you didn't do the FA Cup, and it went from 60 to 45. Cheers, then. Aston Villa next. Last time we played Villa, they had a 69 rated goalkeeper that we didn't really test at all. They've now Diego Vazquez that they've brought in, who is better, but still not great, but good enough, you would imagine. Castagna, Grassi, Diego Carlos and Luca Digne. Boubacar Kamara, John McGinn. New £100 million signing Carlos Soler in midfield behind Felipe Coutinho. De Tomas and Danny Ings. I believe it was a 3-1 defeat last time we played Aston Villa. I can't afford anything but a win here. I am genuinely concerned about getting sacked at the end of the season. And if we don't turn the rot round soon, it'll happen before the end of the season. We are bottom of the table. This is the chance to get a win against a side that are slightly above us and also heavily relegation threatened, whilst also having a genuinely decent team. Whilst Jacob Ramsey decides that he actually still wants to pass the football to players in Aston Villa shirts, which isn't the best of way to start the game, is it? Soler. Danny Ings. Chill, Danny. Thank you. Corner to come in from Felipe Coutinho after 6.5 minutes. Expect a decent delivery. Get a decent delivery. Hit that first time. Go on. Oh, John McGinn. Thank you very much indeed. Do love it when they do that. Because if it flies in, you really don't care and you get to see a worldie of a goal. Nothing, I don't think, will come close to Carlos Soler's goal. Ah, I've overrun that. We're defending well so far. Jacob Ramsey, whoa, had to ride the challenge, but The challenge came in strong. Mangala finds Jacob Ramsey again. And Willock looking for Jonathan David. Oh, it's got 5-star weak foot, so we can have a crack on either side with Jonathan David. Hoping that we might be able to add to his goals tally between now and the end of the season quite considerably. Waiting for that through ball. It hasn't come yet. Danny Ings lays it short. John McGinn. Raul de Tomas. Danny Ings. Limiting them to shots from distance, but they are dangerous shots from distance. Raul de Tomas scored one in the last game against Villa, didn't he? Went through Niakarte's legs into the top bin. Here's Luca Digne. And Danny Ings. It's not Danny Ings, it's Raul de Tomas. Slammed it home at the near post. Aston Villa lead by a goal to 0. And my heart rate is flying. Don't even think about it, Villa. Nice tackle. What? Whoa! Excuse me, what is that? The ball just accelerated. Bounces free and then zoop. Straight to a Villa man. What? Hang on! That's not how physics work. Timothy Castagna. Nice tackle. Florenzi. Chopped. Might be in trouble here. Ref's coming over. It's going to be a red, isn't it? Back pocket. Bye. Timothy Castagna, Aston Villa's right back, sent. Danny Ings being sacrificed as a result. They do have Esri Concert on the bench. I wonder if it's him that they're going to go to look to try and firm up their defensive line. We'll find out in due course. Mangala decided he didn't want to actually pay attention to the football there. And Raul de Tomas finds Boubacar Kamara. Raul de Tomas, it was Kesler Hayden actually that's come on at fullback now for them. Niakarte intercepts that nicely. Mangala into Jacob Ramsey. Short there to Nico Williams. Jacob Ramsey with me again. Forward to Joe Willock. Into... Oh, there's Joe Willock. Forward to Mangala. Into Joe Willock. Finding it hard to find the space here. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Jinx back. He's going to have to show good dribbling, which he does have. Jonathan David is here. Jonathan David. Just trying to work some space so we can find a teammate. Willock through. Ramsey under control. Oh, it's poked away as I'm swinging at it. So patient. Great build-up. No attempt on goal at the end of it. Willock. I pressed pass, but don't worry about it. Callum Hudson-Odoi. And again, Jonathan David. Blocked. Callum Hudson-Odoi picks up the loose ball. Delivers it in. Nod that down. It's Joe Willock. Again, it just doesn't fall for me. Cameron Archer and Carlos Soler link up as Villa look to counter-attack. Cameron Archer out wide. Kesler Hayden powering on. Why is Niakarte coming well out of position there? What are you doing, Musa? Southampton take a 2-1 lead. So they're evidently not missing Jonathan David too much. Mangala. Come on. Please. Drill that ball in. Jonathan David. Oh, I needed the pass and it wasn't there. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Oh, Jonathan! I'm not going to get anything from this game. Not going to get anything from this game. I needed that pass. That was the chance. That was the attack. That was the opportunity to get something from this game and stop Aston Villa beating us. Terrier looking to get in behind again. Found beautifully. Lovely turn inside. Too many defenders around. Mangala's there. Ramsey. Willock. Ramsey. I'm pressing shoot, pal! Oh! Tears again. Tears again. Everything but the goal. I'm at a loss for words, to be honest. I'm at a loss for words now. Nottingham Forest 0. Aston Villa 1. Am I still in a job? For now, yes. Although my manager rating is now 41. And I am in genuine peril. 6 points to gap to safety. 12 games to go. Brentford, Wolves and Sheffield United tomorrow. I think it might be time to try that formation instead. We'll give that a go. And maybe that's the answer. I need an answer. Sparring, your tactics better bloody well work, pal, because I really desperately need them. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Feel free to laugh at me in the comment section for my continued lack of any sort of ability at this football game. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next one tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Toodle pip.